Hi guys, and today we're going to be getting into everything to do with link building. So we're going to be going through everything you need to do to be building, which is the most important thing you need to do to rank your websites, which is the link building. So yeah, we'll get into it. So ways to get links. So there's quite a few ways you can get links, and I'm going to go through each one of these as we go through. So the first one is drop my link. Now drop my link, I'm just gonna pull that up. So it's, as you can see here, drop my link. All you need to do for this is to literally put in, as it says right here, look, keyword or niche, and then you can basically find one. And there's one that I found earlier where you do a search and you find one, and this person here has allowed people to make comments on their blog, which is actually which would actually allow you a backlink. So you could put a comment on there and that would allow you a backlink to your website. Okay, now first and foremost, I've seen a lot of links on these sites, so when you're doing this, just be aware of not putting something generic because they're likely to get deleted. So it doesn't look like anyone's put one on here. But I'm going to obviously go into which ones you need to look out for, because obviously the ones that are the most powerful, the ones that are indexed on Google, are the ones that are going to get the better ranking for your site. So, and obviously you don't know anything about power yet. I'm going to go into that later. But obviously, assuming that you've met all those, you would put your comment in here. But what I would do is read the blog, at the very least, read some of it or skim read it, and then put something intelligent and actually relevant to your blog, to that blog. The reason that I've left a comment box here is because they want you to leave comments. Okay, and obviously they want relevant comments, they don't want spam. So, and that way, I mean, in here, actually it doesn't look like you can leave a link. Quite often you can leave a website link. On this one you can't, so you'd obviously just have to look out for that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. So that's drop my link. So that's the first one. Again, it's long-winded and it's not what we're going to do mainly in the course, but it is obviously to show you ways to get links. The next way is for you to get Web 2.0 links. Now, Web 2.0 they're free blogs that you can put up without actually owning a website, and there's various places you can get them. Now, one of them is Blogspot, or Blogger, is as some people like to call it, or as it likes to be called. And you can actually put up a website yourself and then put a backlink to your own website. As I described in an earlier video, these are really good. I mean, the thing is, obviously, they're not as powerful as other ways, because even though the sites themselves are powerful, they have a domain authority, a really high domain authority, because it's Blogspot. Obviously, your page authority is not going to be very high, and neither is your trust flow or citation flow, unless you build the links on this. But again, it's still a good way of building backlinks, and it still gives you some power, and it still gives you some relevance. And it shows Google as well that your website is a real website because you've got other sites with articles linking to it. So it's good, but it's not mega powerful. So yeah, so basically you've got drop my link. You've also got Web 2.0. Social links are all your social platforms. So you've got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, anything that's a social platform. I mean, you know most of them because you're on them most of the time, I should imagine. And most of those, those are really, really important links. In fact, they're becoming much, much more important now. The more your stuff gets shared around, the more relevance it has, the more Google will rank you. So I place that at the top with what I'm going to go on to on the next page. But yes, so social links are massively important, and they're really, really, really good. Okay. You can also do article submission. There's places like eZine articles. If you just Google the word article submission, you'll see places where you can actually do that, and that can be really good. Again, obviously, if you're submitting articles to websites that have loads and loads and loads of articles being submitted, the link juice, as it's called, gets diluted quite a lot. So it's not, you don't get an awful lot of traction with that, However, again, that's another way you can do it. You can use tools. Now, I don't recommend using tools very often, and the reason I don't is because there's usually a short-term gain and long-term penalties quite often as well. So, but there are tools out there you can use. You can use social link building tools like SENuke. You can use there's a multitude of tools that you can research. Again, I'm not going into tools because I don't use them. And you don't need to. If you do it right, you don't need to, and it's a waste of time for long term anyway. You can outsource. Again, that can be very, very useful. So there's a few websites that you can use to outsource for your links. One of the biggest ones that I like to use is called Fiverr.com. It's spelled Fiverr.com, which I'll be going into a bit more later in the course for outsourcing certain things. But definitely, if you want to outsource links, again, you can look at those. I will warn you again, if you're outsourcing links using companies like Fiverr, what you do need to look at is, of course, a lot of the companies will not show you the blogs that they're using because they don't want to get spam. But the problem with that is that they can end up being spammy blogs. So your article could end up on a blog with like 1,000 other things that are not relevant. Google's not going to give you any power. You're going to be wasting your money. You're going to be wasting your time. So again, you've got to sort of kind of be aware of what you're doing with that when you're outsourcing links. A better or smarter way to outsource a link is to converse with other people in your niche and see if you can either pay them to put one, or if we go to, we'll just skip to the bottom and come back to that one, you could ask to guest post. Now, if you guest post on someone's blog, all it is that you basically write, if you think about it, if you've got a blog that wants to keep producing relevant and up-to-date information, a good way to do that is to guest post, is to allow people to guest post, because what they do is they then write an article for you, and all they ask for is a backlink to their website, and that gives you some relevant information. You get a free writer really, but what you're doing is you're exchanging in return for a link. And a lot of people will do that, and also it's a good way to network with people. So, you know, depending on what niche you're in, if you're wanting to keep it private, then guest posting might not be so great, because you've obviously got to guest post on relevant blogs. However, if it's a brand you're trying to build, guest posting is really good. But again, it's time consuming, and again, it's not necessary, but I just wanted to show you. A press release is just where you submit your article to a syndication, then people pick that up and then post it on their blogs. So that's kind of it really for links. For the manual links and the links that you're going to be have to spend a lot of time on. Now, what's a really smart way of doing it is PBN links. Now, PBN links I'm going to go into in complete detail in the next video. Now, all the PBN stands for is a private blog network. Now, the great thing about private blog network is that you can build these yourselves, you can buy these yourselves, you have complete control, you can pick them up pretty cheap, and you can build the articles the way you want them, you can remove them, you can take, I mean, they're so versatile, and also you've now got a really powerful machine, and if you do it right and do it the way I teach you, then you will not get done by Google. Google recently literally this week, did a Panda update. Now, the Panda update means that they're now going to be doing the Panda penalties and the Panda looking at all the Panda updates and all the algorithms, putting it in their algorithm as soon as your site gets indexed, and sites get indexed pretty quickly nowadays. And especially if you put up a new page, if your site's already indexed and you put up a new page, it will get indexed almost immediately. So the Panda will apply. So the good news and the bad news on that is that obviously if you were doing something that was against Panda, you would have got penalised a little bit further down the road. So you might have got away with it for a little while. So that's kind of good news, but it's not really good news, because obviously if you're going to be doing something that's going to get you penalised, you'd like to know about it now. But the great news about it is that if you do something that's going to get you penalised immediately, then you can fix it immediately, and as soon as it gets re-indexed, it will go back. So just a little bit of news about the Panda. Now PBN links they're not spammy links. Now Panda is there to avoid spammy links. Okay, Google is trying its hardest to rank the most relevant sites in Google. So our job is to make sure that we make it the most relevant site, and by building the right sort of links. And a PBN link is absolutely a way of building strong links that will not get you penalised. So in the next video I'm going to be going on about, and going into, should I say, everything to do with PBN links and PBN, and how to build your PBNs, and exactly what you need to be looking at when you buy them and how to purchase them. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
Just to add on from that, don't forget to join us on Facebook, where you can get all the free course tools, the PDFs and the downloads. Also, you get free support for the course, and any questions that you have on SEO, anything to do with the course, or anything else you can think of to do with SEO, just come on into that group, and either myself or someone in the group will be able to help you. Simply go to facebook.com/groups/passive income ladder. And we'll see you on in there. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the training fresh off the press as it's released. I'm putting up videos all the time, so obviously you want to make sure you get all the cutting edge information about SEO. Most of the stuff is really up to date, so it's a good idea for you to subscribe to the channel, get it all as it comes out. And obviously, if you're subscribed to the channel, you will get free access to the full free course. Don't forget to check the show notes down below as well to see if there's anything else in there that's of any use to you to add on to this video.